Today, we're going to learn about logs, and a log is another way to write an exponent. So this is a logarithmic function, and this reads log base b of a equals x. And we can rewrite this as an exponent by putting your base raised to the power of x will give you a, your answer. Okay, so let's see how we can evaluate these. If I rewrite this in exponential form, my base is 3, my power is 2, 3 squared is 9. So we basically do 3 to the power of 2 will give you this 9. In the same way, 6 to the power of 3 will give you 216. So 6 to the power of 3 will give you 216. So a log is a different way to write an exponent. 7 to the power of 0 will give you 1. 7 to the power of 0 will give you 1. Okay, let's do a more complicated one. So down here, I have 4 to the power of -2. And if you remember the rules, to make this a positive exponent, you put it in the denominator. This becomes 1/16, which is what my answer was. 9 to the power of 3/2. We can rewrite this as 9 to the power of 1/2 times 3. And if you remember, anything to the power of a half is the same thing as taking the square root of that number. The square root of 9 is 3, and 3 to the power of 3 is 27. Which is what I have there. Okay, so that is how you go from a log to an exponential form. Okay, now let's go the other way. We're going to go from an exponent to a log. So my base is 14. The exponent was 2, and the answer was 196. Here, my base is 3, the exponent was 4, and the answer was 81. Let's look at this one here. My base was 2, the exponent was -3, and the answer was 1/8. Okay, so a logarithm with a base of 10, we call that the common logarithm. And you can write it without its base. So if your base is 10, you do not have to write it. So let's try to evaluate these logs based off of how we can convert this to an exponent. So my base is 7. What does the exponent need to be so that I get 49? And that answer is 2. 7 squared would give you 49. So that's what this would be. Here, my base is 12. What does the exponent need to be in order to get 1? 0. Anything to the power of 0 would give you 1. Okay, let's do a more complicated one. I'm going to go down to number 19. My base is 9. What power do I need up here so that my answer is 1/81? Let's just think over here for a moment. I know that 9 squared is 81. If I put a negative right here, you'll have to put this in the denominator. Because remember, anything to a negative power, you put it in the denominator to make it positive. So this will become 1/81. So the answer to this one is -2. Your exponent needs to be -2 to get this answer. Okay, so those are the notes for today. The homework is posted in Schoology. If you want a hard copy of the homework, you can come by my classroom and get it from me there.